Oh, I can cook too. On top of the rest, my seafood's the best in town.
Yes, I can cook too. My fish can't be beat, my sugar's Swiss around.
Oh, I'm a gal's ideal of a perfect meal, right down to the demi-tasse.
I'm a pot of joy for a hungry boy, baby. I'm cooking with gas.
Oh, I'm a gumdrop, a sweet lollipop, a brook right out of the brook.
And what's more, baby, I can cook. What's cooking, Partridge? Oh yeah!
Moi! Welcome to the 12th episode of What's Cookin' Partridge. I'm your guest host, Miguel Manalo, and I'm delighted to be at the home of PKRG-TV's Howard Fredrics for a fun and exciting program. Today, we'll learn how to make Finland's national drink, Salmiaki Koskenkorva, which Finns also call Salmiaki Kosu. Howard, we're so happy to have you here with us to tell us more about making Salmiaki Kosu.
Delighted to be here, Miguel, and thank you so much for having me.
So, Howard, for the majority of our viewers who've never been to Finland, like myself, what is Salmiaki Koskenkorva or Salmiaki Kosu?
Well, Salmiaki Koskenkorva is a very special salt licorice flavored liqueur. The word salmiaki actually means salty licorice, which is a very popular candy flavor throughout the Nordic countries, including Finland, Sweden, Norway, Denmark, as well as being popular in the Netherlands and Germany. Actually, though salmiaki tastes salty, it doesn't contain regular salt or sodium chloride. Rather, it's made with ammonium chloride, which tastes salty but contains no sodium. Koskenkorva is a popular Finnish brand of vodka that is used to make Salmiaki Koskenkorva, but you can use virtually any brand if necessary. The drink Salmiaki Koskenkorva is made by infusing salt licorice extract or salt licorice candy into vodka, which turns the vodka into a black, sweet, and salty drink that is then usually served ice cold in shots, sometimes over ice, or in mixed cocktails. Salmiaki Koskenkorva is sold ready-made in Finnish state liquor stores as well as in bars and restaurants. But there's also a long tradition of Finns making it at home using the widely available Fazer's Turkish pepper candy or Turkenpippuri as flavoring. These particular candies are especially strong tasting and can even be used as cough drops.
Wow. So how did you happen to learn about Salmiaki Koskenkorva and how to make it yourself?
Well, Miguel, between 1992 and 1993, I lived in Stockholm, Sweden, where I first tasted salt licorice candy and even salt licorice ice cream, which is very popular there. But I also traveled back and forth by boat to Helsinki, Finland, to present music lectures at the Sibelius Academy and to visit my friends there. One of my Finnish friends is a fellow named Pauli Laina, who gave me my first taste of Salmiaki Koskenkorva and who showed me how to make it.
Can you tell us about the history of Salmiaki Koskenkorva and its impact on alcohol consumption in Finland?
Well, regular as opposed to salty licorice-flavored liqueurs have been around for a long time and are produced in many countries. You've probably heard of Sambuca or Ouzo, for example. Well, nobody really knows for certain who invented Salmiaki Koskenkorva, but there have been a number of anecdotal reports that it was invented by a Finnish pop singer named Jari Sillanpää in the late 1980s when he was working as a bartender. Well, around 1990 or so, after the handmade drink started to catch on among bar and club goers, especially among the younger crowd, the Finnish vodka maker Koskenkorva started mass producing Salmiaki Koskenkorva, which was then sold in stores by the Finnish state liquor company Alko. Because salt licorice is such a popular flavoring in Finland, and because the drink was relatively cheap to buy, Salmiaki Koskenkorva soon became one of Finland's most popular drinks, and the development of this new product increased overall alcohol consumption in Finland.
Wow. So I heard something about the Simpsons affecting the popularity of Salmiaki Kosu. What's that about?
Well, there was actually an infamous episode of The Simpsons from 1991 when Homer Simpson made a flaming drink called the Flaming Homer from the remnants of all of the liquor bottles that he had in his cabinet. But he ends up also using Krusty's cough syrup for children as one of the secret ingredients. The local bar owner, Mo, steals the recipe, calling it the Flaming Mo, and it becomes a huge success among the bar's patrons until Homer reveals the secret ingredient to a prospective commercial buyer of the recipe. So after that, some Finns got the bright idea of using Salmiakki kossu instead of cough syrup to try to create a Flaming Mo, and that further enhanced the popularity of Salmiakki kossu among Finns. When you think about it, the idea kind of makes sense because a lot of people think Salmiakki kossu tastes like cough syrup.
Wow. So, from what I understand, the Finnish government actually banned the drink. What was the reason behind the ban, and how did people continue to consume it despite it being banned?
Well, as I said before, Salmiakki kossu became a wildly popular drink, especially among teenagers, but also among alcoholics because it was so potent. But also because it goes down pretty smoothly. It was an efficient way to get drunk. There was apparently an increasing problem with public intoxication, with drinkers passing out in the streets and creating a nuisance, not to mention the very real health risks of excessive consumption. There was even an urban legend that a teenage kid had suffered a heart attack from drinking too much Salmiaki Koskenkorva, which turned out to be false, but it nonetheless contributed to a backlash against the drink. So shortly after it first went on sale through Alko, the Finnish government decided in the early 1990s to ban the sale of Salmiakki Koskenkorva. But that didn't stop bars from making it and selling it under the table, nor did it stop people from making it at home. Eventually, in 1995, the government abandoned the ban and reintroduced it in a somewhat weaker formulation. So it's been available in Finnish stores and bars ever since.
Wow, I've never even heard of the vodka brand Koskenkorva before. Where can you find it in the US?
Well, it's actually not that easy. Most stores don't carry it. A few large liquor chains do carry it, but very few of their locations actually stock it. Fortunately, right here in Park Ridge, we have a store, Ridgemont Liquors, who was able to get it from their distributor.
Minä poika juon, minä tykkään olla kännissä. Minä poika juon, tahdon heilua hulluna humalassa.
Hey, how are you?
Hi, Andrew. Good to see you.
Here's
Thank
the
you
vodka you
so
ordered.
much. Thank you so much. A wonderful bottle of Koskenkorva vodka from Finland. And I'm here today with Andrew Hodgins, who is the owner of Ridgemont Liquors, located at 195 Kinderkramak Road in Park Ridge. Andrew, so grateful to you for finding this. I bet you don't find a lot of people asking for this particular brand of Finnish vodka around here,
This
do you?
is actually the first time ever in 39 years I've been here.
Wow. Well, we really appreciate it. How on earth did you manage to find this?
It wasn't really actually as hard as I thought it could be at first. One of my suppliers carried it. I was able to order it, a few bottles for you, and it came in a couple of days, and here we are. So
Terrific.
I'm glad I could help you out.
Yep, well, we really appreciate it. Andrew's been providing wonderful drinks to our community for, what is it now?
39 years.
39 years. Wow, that's a lot of drinks.
Yes.
A lot of fun to be had in these years.
Yes.
But we appreciate it, and thank you so much from all the folks at PKRG-TV. We really appreciate your helping us out with this episode of What's Cookin' Park Ridge.
No problem. Anytime. Anything I can do to help you, just let me know.
Well, we appreciate it. Thank you again,
Thank you.
Andrew.
Take care.
Take care.
Have a good day.
You too.
Good luck.
Thank you.
All right.
What salt licorice flavoring do you use for your version of Salmiakki Koskenkorva? I'm really excited to learn the recipe.
Well, Miguel, I use Fazer's original Turkish pepper candy, or Turkenpippuri, which you can buy online at Amazon or Licorice International. This candy has been made since around 1976 and was invented by a Danish candy maker who then sold the company to Finnish candy maker Fazer. My recipe calls for a 400-gram bag, which is about 14 ounces, per 1 liter bottle of Koskenkorva vodka. Some people add additional sugar, but I find it sweet enough with just the Turkish pepper candy.
Okay, I'm excited. So, what's the first step in making Salmiaki Koskenkorva?
Well, first, we have to crush the candy into a powder so that we can pour it into the bottle of vodka. First, we put the original bag into another plastic bag to catch any powder or candy bits that might escape from the bag while we're smashing it. So I'm putting it in the bag here just to be on the safe side. Okay, we're ready to smash this up? We're gonna hope for the best.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna whack away. And as I kind of predicted, some of that candy is flying out of there.
Oh.
So we're gonna have to make sure that we keep this bag nice and closed. It's gonna take some doing to get this crushed up enough.
Yeah. Oh, I can smell it already.
Yeah, it's pretty strong smelling, isn't it? And even our outer bag is getting a little bit frayed here. But hopefully it'll all stay more or less in one place. We're just gonna kind of make sure that it stays in the bag. Yeah, let's try that.
Okay.
We'll just put it on top here so that we can get the crushing effect without
There we go.
leaking more candy all over the place. And that's gonna do the job. Who knew that this bag was gonna be so thin?
Yeah.
I guess the moral of the story is you need a thick bag. All right, let's see what it looks like underneath there now. Ooh, it's starting to look much more crushed. I think we're good.
Looks like powder to me.
Boy, does it look like powder. Excellent. I will just put that aside here now. All right, we're gonna have to be super careful here with this and scoop some of this up here. It's all fine. We don't have to have 100% of all of the candy in there. If there's a few bits of dust in there, we'll make it work.
Okay.
All right, the key thing is going to be getting it into the funnel. I think we'll be able to do that without too much trouble.
Okay, great.
So once we've crushed the candy into tiny bits or sort of a powder, we open the bottle of vodka and we pour out, about a cup or so of it so that we can have a little bit of extra room in the bottle. So there's enough room to pour the candy into the bottle. And then we can put a little bit of the extra vodka back in there if there's any room. So what we're going to do is let's set this, actually let's not set this aside here.
Okay.
See, I think that our little table here is kind of breaking here. So that's why it's a little bit unlevel, but that's okay, we can make it work. So maybe I can ask you to hold that bottle.
All right.
And we're going to have to ask you to hold the funnel too with your other hand.
Okay, gotcha. Let's do it.
All right. I think we're going to get 99% of it in here. Ooh, look at that go. All right. And that's most of it already. There's a little more we're going to get. Oh my gosh. That's beautiful.
Oh, that smells great.
Yeah, it's like a cough medicine in dry powdered form, candy form. All right, so got a couple of these little extra pieces of plastic out of it. And now before we go any further, I'm gonna take this last bit of powder.
Okay.
And we're gonna sweep that back in there.
Okay.
Let's get rid of that little bit of plastic, this tiny bit. All right. And we're sweeping all of the powder in. Wow. Okay. We got it.
Yeah.
This is going to be a mess to clean up, but it's okay. Yep. We succeeded. Now we got to get all of the powder in there without any bits of plastic.
Mm-hmm.
And all of the candy. Oops.
Let's see.
There's a little blockage there. Okay. Hey, this is like your arteries when you're you eat too much butter.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a little clogged. Now we know how it all works. Now, what I want to do think that's good enough here.
Okay.
Very good. So then we reseal the bottle, and now it's time to melt the candy into the vodka.
Okay.
Now, some people just put the bottle in the fridge for a few days and let the candy dissolve. But Pauli taught me a faster and more effective method for dissolving the candy.
And what's that?
We melt it in the dishwasher.
We're here in Howard's kitchen about to turn that powdered Turkish pepper candy and vodka mixture into Salmiaki Koskenkorva. What do we have to do with it now?
Well, Miguel, so we have to place the bottle in the upper rack of the dishwasher, and we run it for 1 sanicycle, which is the hot water setting.
Okay. Ooh, what's the next step? Can we taste it now?
Well, actually, Miguel, no. Salmiaki Koskenkorva tastes best ice cold. So we're going to put it in the freezer for a little while to chill.
So, Howard, what do Finns say before they take a drink?
Kippis, which means cheers.
Kippis!
Keep it.
Oh, okay.
Whoa.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty good. Very licorice-y.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I see
Intense.
where that salty taste comes from.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sipping it.
So, Howard, I'd like to thank you for showing us how to make Salmiaki Koskenkorva.
My pleasure, Miguel. Thank you so much for having us today.
And thanks for having us at your home. Don't forget to stay tuned to PKRG-TV for upcoming episodes of What's Cookin' Park Ridge. Moido!
Moida!